Let me now review in more detail base selectors, also referred to as tag selectors. Many designers confuse the ID selector with classes and often use only one to the exclusion of the other and fail to utilize the strengths of each. For example, when I first learned HTML, I mostly used classes and still start my students off with these types of selectors because I think they're easier to use and learn. So before we go any further, let me review these various selectors with examples and more descriptions, starting with the base selector, also referred to as the tag selector. Most of the styles that I've reviewed thus far were of this type of selector. The tag selector takes an existing tag and redefines some or all of its default properties to style the entire element, such as the P tag. For example, this P style right here is a tag selector. It, by default, changes anything formatted with the paragraph tag in this document to use the font family Arial. If the Arial typeface cannot be found on the browser, then Helvetica will be used. If neither Arial or Helvetica are available, then sans serif will be used to render the text. It will also render the text as font size 16 and color the text red. I have other tag selectors here, including the body selector. In this case, all the text in between the body tags will be colored purple. However, that text which is defined with a paragraph tag will be red. So if we go ahead and type in, notice some text here, it's all going to be red because I'm using the paragraph tag to format this text. If, however, we go in here and right up here in between the opening and closing body tags, and we add some content outside of a paragraph tag, that content will be rendered in purple. So the idea here is you're redefining the way the HTML tag will format the content everywhere on that page. Obviously, I can continue adding properties to my redefined tag, so I can change the font size, the font weight, the color, the padding, the line spacing, the indent, and many, many other properties. You can also define your own custom selectors known as ID selectors and class selectors. These selectors are both applied to HTML elements as simple attributes, and they provide much greater control over the formatting of your HTML content. So let me introduce these so-called custom selectors, starting in the next movie with the class selector.